This conference will now be recorded.
So in the previous session, we have discussed about the various data types, and we have discussed what exactly that each data type describes and what kind of data that we can store inside the field by using the respective data type. And we have discussed about the various properties that we have for every data type and the significance of that property as well. And then we have one more data type is left, that is called as auto number. So we have to understand what exactly the auto number data type and what type of data the column will hold inside this, and how can we prepare our own format of data. Now let's see. So now tell me, what did you understood with this word auto number?
The number is
Automatically
increased
creating the number
automatically by every
Okay.
for
when we creating the object.
Now let's
The
see.
number is generated based on
As
the
of now, we have
data.
discussed. As of now, we have discussed so many data types like email, text, phone, checkbox, so many data types we have discussed. But in those data types, we need to supply the value. Whenever I'm selecting a text data type for a field, it provides a text box over there. It provides a text box. Inside this text box, we have to enter the value based on the name. Suppose if I'm selecting a data type for a field called as email type, it also provides a text box where we have to enter the email ID value. Suppose upon creating the field, if I'm selecting the data type as phone, it also provides one text box where we have to enter that phone number value. That means what? What are the data types that we have discussed till now? These data types are going to be representing a visual appearance control. Visual appearance means what? A shape. Like as if it is a text box, a rectangular shape will be available. If it is a checkbox, a square shape of box will be available. So that it is providing the corresponding visual appearance on the user interface where we have to enter the data inside that field. So whatever the text boxes that we have on our screen, inside those text boxes, we have to enter the value. But in some cases, I want a field inside my object, but for that field, I don't want to supply the value. I won't enter the value manually by my own. That value has to be automatically generated by Salesforce. Okay, that means what? Till now, whatever the fields that we are going to create by using this data types, all these data types expect some input value from the end user. We have to enter some value inside the text box, but I want a field whose value has to be generated by Salesforce itself. The Salesforce system itself has to generate, but I don't want to enter the value inside that field. So in this case, whenever if you want to make a field value automatically generated by Salesforce, then we can use the help of a data type called as auto number. So auto number data type allows us to generate the values automatically based on the sequence. Based on the format which we have specified, the value will be automatically generating by Salesforce upon creating a record. Now, let's see for example. Assume that I'm having this normal Notepad++ document. So whenever I'm keep on typing some content, automatically it is generating the sequence number over here. See line number. It is representing the line numbers like as of now we have entered the data till 1408 lines. So it is generating a separate number for each and every row. So like the similar way, whenever I'm creating a record inside that object, for that field, the value has to be automatically generated by Salesforce. Now, so in this case, you can raise a question, sir, what value it will generate? Okay, what value it will generate? So what value you want to store inside that format we have to specify. We have to indicate the format. In which format you want me to generate the value, that format we have to indicate upon creating the field. So while creating this auto number field, so now it is generating some values automatically. Now Salesforce will be asking you, boss, you are giving a responsibility to me to generate the value for this column automatically. Now tell me in which format you want me to generate the value here. Please give me the format. Based on that format, I will generate the value, okay, for this records inside this field. So just give me the format so that I will take care of generating the value for this field automatically here. You no need to enter the value, I will take care of. Just give me the format here. So we have to supply the format. Whatever the format that we have given, based on the format, the number will be keep on generating by Salesforce. Like, for example, assume that I would like to store some product codes. Product codes. Now I want to start that first product code as for the product one. I want to give the product code as so now PID hyphen 400001. This is my first product code. For each and every product, I would like to allocate a unique identification number that is product ID. I want to represent that product code in this format over here. PID hyphen 400001. This is the first product code. For the second product, for the product 2, it has to generate the value. What is the code now? 400002. For the third product, the code will be PID hyphen 400003. Like that, this sequence has to be keep on incrementing by one automatically by default. So just you have to give this format. This is a format in which I want this product codes. Now, in some cases, I want to store my customer codes. For every customer, I would like to allocate one unique identification number. So for the customer one, I want to allocate the code CID 900 okay 9021. So this is the ID here. This is the first customer code. For the second customer, it should generate the value automatically here. It should generate the value automatically. For the second customer, CID 9009022. Like that. It has to keep on generating the sequence automatically one by one like that here. So in this case, we have to specify the format. In which format you want me to generate this sequence that we need to indicate. So based on the format which we have specified, it will be generating the value automatically by Salesforce. Clear? Now, so once you are handovering the responsibility to Salesforce, that means I'm informing to Salesforce, this is the format, please use this format, generate the value for this particular field. Once you are handovering the responsibility to the Salesforce, then Salesforce will take care of generating the value. Once the Salesforce has generated the value, that value you can't edit, that will be fixed. Once you are handovering the value generation to Salesforce, those values cannot be editable by the user. Even though if you are an administrator, just you can see them, but we can't modify. You can't delete them. There is no such options at all. Because auto number values are purely read-only values. These are purely read-only values which cannot be editable by the users, which cannot be editable by the administrators. Just we can see them, but we can't modify, we can't delete. There is no such options at all. Okay, understood the concept now? Now. So now here in this case here, how can we prepare this auto number field? What are the various properties are available? Now let me explain one by one. Now make a note of this one. Auto number field. By using this data type, we can create the field inside the object whose value will be generated by Salesforce automatically by default based on the specified format. By using this data type, we can create a field inside the object whose value will be generated by Salesforce automatically by default based on the specified format. Now, auto number fields are system generated fields whose value can't be editable. That is, these are read-only fields. These are read-only fields. Auto number fields are system generated fields whose value can't be editable by the users. These are purely read-only fields. Now, let's see the properties. First four properties are common, like the field label, field name, description, helper text. And the fifth property, display format. Fifth property, display format. So upon generating the values automatically by the Salesforce system, in which format you want me to generate the value, please give me that format. So we have to indicate the format based on your business needs. Now, for example, if you want to generate that product code, we can specify the format here. Product code, I'm giving the format of PID hyphen a 6-digit number, so that just you can specify the curly braces. Here given, you provide that 6 zeros. Okay, how many digit number you want to generate? Give those many number of zeros here. PID hyphen and then give that 6 zeros inside the curly braces, because I want to generate that sequence PID hyphen a 6-digit number. Suppose if you want to generate by 4-digit number, just you can specify only 4 zeros. Okay, how much digit number that you want to generate, we can specify those many number of zeros. Because for example, some customer code, I'm indicating C 0000. Assume that a 4-digit number here. So we can indicate that format. Just we are giving the format over here. But once the format has been specified, it will start generating that sequence. Now tell me from which number you want me to start generating the sequence. For the first product code, what is the value you want me to assign? PID hyphen a 6-digit number. So what is that starting 6-digit number? We need to indicate that. I want to start from 500001. My first product code is PID hyphen 500001. So that we can specify that starting number here. So that we have a property called as starting number property. Starting number property is used to indicate from which number the sequence has to be get generated here. Now for the product code, I'm giving the starting number as 500001. So from there onwards, the sequence will be keep on incrementing by 1 every time upon creating a new record. For the customer code, I'm indicating like as some 2001. So I'm giving that starting number here 2001. So for the first customer code will be C2001. Second customer code C2002 and to C2003, like that it will keep on generate the sequence automatically. Now the next property here. There is a checkbox property is available. Generate auto number for existing records. Generate auto number for existing record. Then what exactly this checkbox indicates? Now let me explain. Now let's see. For example, I have an object which I have created very long back, almost 6 months back. I have created an object here. In this object, I'm having some 100 records. As of now, 100 records we have stored. Just now, we got a requirement from the client to add an auto number field inside this object. Till now, inside this object, we don't have any auto number field. Every field value we are entering manually. But today, we got a new business requirement from the client. He asked us to add a new field inside this object, which is of type auto number. So now we are adding an auto number field over here. Okay, we have added a auto number field. Now, generally, auto number values will be generating from when, upon creating a new record, automatically the value will be generated over here. Okay, upon creating the record, automatically the value will be generated based on the sequence which you have specified. That means from now onwards, whatever the records that I'm going to create, for every record, auto number value will be generated. Okay, from now onwards, I'm creating some new record. That means already we have 100 records. Now I'm creating 1010 record now. So for the 1010 record, it will generate the auto number. Then whatever the previous 100 records. In this case, if the client raises the requirement, I want the auto number for this existing 100 records also. Okay, then what we can do? In this case, upon creating this field, select the checkbox, generate auto number for existing records. If I'm selecting this checkbox, automatically, upon creating the field itself, whatever the 100 records that we have inside my object, for every record, it will generate a automatic number automatically based on the sequence which we have specified. Now, that means here 100 records are available. Already it is using that ID like as PID hyphen 400 That means 100 has been generated. Now, whenever I'm creating the 1013 record, for that record, it will be generating that sequence number as PID hyphen 400101. Okay, clear? So in this case, whenever if you want to generate that auto number value for the existing records, select this checkbox, generate auto number for existing records. Clear? Understood the concept now? Next.
Sequence based on which parameter it will create the
Based on these values. Now, if for the existing records based on the created date, based on the created date, we'll sort out the records, whatever the record that we have created first, for that record, first ID, and then second record here. Like that, it will be generating that auto number. Now, not last modified by, based on the created date. Now, so now here in this case, now, so let's come to a small common question in the interview point of view. Assume that. In the interview point of view, it's a common question. For example, I have a product object. In this product object, I'm storing some products data. So now, for each and every product, we are allocating a product code, which is an auto number here. We have given the format like this. PID hyphen a 6-digit number has to be generated. So this is the starting number. I have created 3 product records. For the product 1, this is the number here. PID hyphen 400001. For the second product, this is the code. For the third product, this is the code. So based on the sequence, automatically value has been generated here. Every time the value will be incrementing by 1 only, not 2, not 3, not 4. Always it is incrementing the value by 1. That's it. We can't change that sequence. We can't indicate increment by 2 every time. We can't indicate that. It is having the inbuilt functionality that will be incrementing the value always by 1 every time. Now, for example, 3 records I have created. So this is the third record ID here. For example, I have deleted this record, third record. Now the third record is waiting in recycle bin. Record is waiting in recycle bin. Now I'm creating the fourth product here. Product 4. What will be the ID now? Hmm.
It will be
Number 4 is
004.
created.
004.
4,
Is it 3 or is it 4?
4.
Why 4?
Until the recycle rate is
Because
low from the
Now the record is available in recycle bin. Now, once the record has been placed inside the recycle bin, at any point of time, we can restore the record back to the actual object. That we know that. Because deleted records will be waiting inside the recycle bin for next 15 days. Within these 15 days, at any point of time, we can restore the record back to that actual object here. So that it won't consider this value 400003, it will be allocating the value as 4. Now, in the entry point of view, they will raise one more question also. Suppose if I am deleting this record permanently from my Salesforce object, record is no more available in my recycle bin. Record I have deleted permanently from my object. Now, if I am creating the fourth record, what will be the ID of this record? 003 or 004?
3, 4 only.
No, 004. It will remains permanently
Now,
because product
Artwork
codes
will
might
be
be
taking
specified
as
with this.
4. That means what? Once an ID has been generated by Salesforce, the same ID will not be repeating by Salesforce again internally here. It won't repeat that same ID again. Every time a new ID will be getting generated. Once an ID has been allocated to a particular record or to a particular product, the same ID cannot be reutilized. Okay, it cannot be reutilized here. Always a new ID for each and every product. Even though the record may be available in the recycle bin or the record might have been deleted permanently from the object also, the same ID will not be considered again. Everything it will be generating a new record ID for every product here. Clear? It's a common question. Next. One more common question in the entry point of view. So now this is one of the system generated field that whose value will be generating by Salesforce system. Now can you give me some more system generated field names which you are aware of? It's a common question in every interview, in every admin
Created by
certification
last
201
modified by
also.
ID
created by last
created by
modified by
Can you give me
last
some field
ID.
names? Already you know. There are some fields inside our object whose value is automatically generating by Salesforce. We no need to enter the value for those fields manually. That value has been automatically generated by Salesforce. Can you give me some field names?
ID,
ID
Created by last
ID
mod.
field,
modified by
name value
last
we need to
created.
enter. And then owner we can change. Created by
Last.
will be tracking by Salesforce. Last
Last.
modified by will be tracking by Salesforce. Now today we have discussed one field called as auto number field also. Like that we have two more fields are also available. Next one is roll up summary field and the next one formula. Okay, these are the 6 system generated fields available in Salesforce. It's a common question here. In every interview, it's a common question. And in the admin certification 201 also, they'll be giving the 4 answers. From the below options, one of that field is not a system generated field. So please pick up that field here. So now as part of Salesforce, we have 6 system generated fields are available. ID field, created by, last modified by, auto number, roll up summary, formula. Okay, these are the 6 fields are available whose value will be automatically generating by Salesforce that we no need to enter those field values. Okay, those are purely system
is also
generated. That means read only fields. Okay. Now, let's see. Make a note of this one.
Even owner field is also system generated one, right?
Sorry.
The owner field.
No, owner field value we can modify.
Okay, thank you, Firoz.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
We have the below system generated fields in Salesforce. First one, ID field. Second one, created by field. Third one, last modified by field. Fourth one, auto number. Fifth one, roll up summary. Sixth one, formula. These are the various of fields are available. Okay, whose value will be generating by Salesforce. These are purely read-only system generated fields. Come to the front. Okay. Now, these are the various data types are available as part of your Salesforce, which we can choose upon creating the field inside your object.
Sir,
Done? Now,
yes, sir.
so let's see how can we create the fields inside your object here. Ways to create custom fields. Whenever if you want to create some custom fields inside this object, we have two ways are available in Salesforce. Upon adding the fields to the objects, we have two ways. First one, object manager. Second one, schema builder. Okay, first one, object manager. Second one, schema builder. Through object manager, we can add some fields to the object. By using schema builder also, we can add the fields to the object. How to add the fields to the object through schema builder, we'll see. Okay, after the page layout concept, we'll see schema builder. There we'll see how can we add the fields to the object through schema builder just by using some drag and drop features. Now we will see with the help of object manager. How to create the fields by using this object manager. Let's see that. Now, Salesforce provides the below two ways to create custom fields to the object. First one, by using object manager. Second one, by using schema builder. Let me give you the navigation for object manager. How to create the field inside the object, let me explain. Click on the required objects tab. For example, some accounts. If you want to add a new custom field to the object, just you can go to this accounts tab. Click on setup menu. Select that edit object option. Click on fields and relationships link. Click on new button in order to add a new custom field to the object. Select the data type from the list. Click on next button. Enter the field label, field name, description, and the helper text. Select the required field settings. For example, required checkbox, unique checkbox, like that. Whatever the properties that you want, we can select those properties. Click on next button. Make the field to be visible to all profile users. By selecting visible checkbox. Click on next button. Click on save button. Now, whenever I'm adding the field onto this object, it will create a column to my object. It will place that field on the user interface. It provides a business logic also automatically. All the three layers will be providing by Salesforce at a time.
Done, sir. 1 minute, Firoz.
Done, everyone? Now, let's see. So this is the navigation we used to follow in order to create a field inside your object. So the same process we have to keep on repeat in order to create multiple fields inside your object. Now, so let's take a small use case and I will show you with the practical scenario. So first of all, I will list out what fields that I want for my object. Now, based on that information, please suggest me which data type is suitable. We know 19 data types as of now, their significance, their functionalities, properties, everything. Now, I will explain what fields I want inside my object. Then for that field, so now what data type is suitable, just to suggest me on this. So that we'll create that object. I will show you the practical concept, how to create the field inside this object here. Now, so let's take a small use case now. Create a custom object, position to store all the open positions or jobs inside the object, and add the below custom fields to the object. Add the below custom fields to the object. So for this object, I would like to add this custom fields also. What custom fields that I want, I will list out those field names over here. Now, the object name is position. Object name is position. So now we are having some openings available inside my org. In my organization or in my company, we are having some new jobs are available. In our various projects, we are getting some new requirements. We are getting some new projects also from the new clients. So now regarding those new projects also, we need some more people and the various technologies. So whatever the jobs informations that we have, whatever the vacancies that we have inside our organization, all those vacancies information we are storing inside this position object here. Now, so now in this case, upon storing this positions data, we require some fields. As soon as whenever I'm creating the position object, by default, Salesforce provides 5 fields. We know that, like ID field, name field, owner, created by, last modified by. These are the 5 fields will be given by Salesforce, but these 5 fields may not be sufficient for me to store my jobs information. I want some more fields. Then what fields that I want, I will list out the field names, then suggest me the data type now. Now let's see. I want a field with the name position name, because upon creating a new position, I would like to store the position name, like as Java developer, manual tester, or .NET developer, Salesforce administrator. What exactly the position title? To store that position name, I want a field over here, position name field. Now tell me, do I need to create this field manually, or will this name field will be giving by Salesforce automatically for you? Upon
Manual.
creating this position object, position name field will be giving by Salesforce automatically, right? ID
Yes,
field,
yeah, we
name
have the
field.
name
This is
field.
the name field. So now this field is a standard field given by Salesforce. Now, so upon giving this position details, I would like to indicate the location name. Location. That means to which city this position is associated. Whether this position is for Hyderabad location or Bangalore location or Mumbai location or Pune location or what. So that I would like to populate some list of values. I'm indicating some list of values over here. I want to populate some list of values from which the user has to select that location name for which the position is associated. I want to populate some names, city names here. Whether this position is for Hyderabad location or Bangalore location, Chennai location, Pune, Mumbai, Noida, like that. I would like to populate some set of options over here. Now tell me here, what is the suitable data type for this?
We can create a pick list.
Pick list.
Pick list.
Now we can go with that pick list. It's a pick list field. Now I want to make this field as mandatory. It's my
We need,
requirement.
we need to
Okay.
check the required
Compulsorily we have to select that. Okay, location field
Required
is mandatory fields.
Required checkbox.
Next. Number of vacancies. I want to indicate how many positions are available. 1 position, 2 positions, 5 positions, 10 positions,
Number.
50, 100, how many? Then, what is the suitable data type now?
Number.
Number.
Now, I want some 10 candidates who are having some experience on Java development. I want some 2 candidates who are having the experience on some Oracle administrator. We want 1 candidate who is having the experience on Salesforce. That means we want to specify the number value, either 1 or 2 or 3. So now whenever if you want to store the numerical values, we are using the help of a data type called as number. Okay, number. Here I want to allow maximum of a 2-digit number, not more than that. That too I want to make it as required. This is my requirement here.
We can use the length property as well as the required checkbox.
Now,
Yes.
we can indicate that. So now how many digit number you would like to allow, maximum that we can specify. And then I want to make this field required. Next. The position status. Now I want to indicate the position status. That means current status of the position here. Like for example, assume that as a human being, we are having certain, life cycle is available here. The human being's life cycle. Like as for example, we are living up to maximum some 60 years. Now, in these 60 years, we are having so many stages are available. Initially, for few years, you will be in the child age. After that, you will be entering into teenage. And then you will be entering into young age. And then finally, we are entering into old age here. So this is the various stages are available. Every human being should come across. But directly, we can't jump from child age to young age directly here. So everybody has to come across the same stages in the same sequence. Like the similar way, whenever we are going to be having a position, for every position, I would like to have certain stages. Now, so what are those options I would like to populate? Now let's see. Whenever I'm creating the position record, initially the position will be having the status as new position. So once the positions information has been posted, then we require the budget approval from the finance team. Because as a project manager, I'm informing to that finance team that we need some 2 candidates for this project here, who are having minimum some 3 years of experience on Java development. So we are indicating our requirement here. So once we are placing this positions data, the finance team has to approve the budget. Without the budget approval, HR people can't recruit the candidates. Why? Because if I keep on recruiting the candidate, who will provide the salary here? Finance team has to release the budget for that salaries. So that here we require the approval of finance team. So that once the position has been placed, it will go for the finance team's approval. Now there we are indicating open approved. That means once the finance team has approved this particular position's budget, then the HR people will start recruiting the candidates. They're indicating in progress. That means currently they're working on this position. Once they recruited the candidate, they're indicating recruited. Okay, they're changing the status to recruited. Suppose upon working on this position, suddenly the project is on hold. Then we can make the position also on hold. Because without the project, what we can do with these resources? Unnecessarily, we have to pay the salary to them here. For that reason, we can able to make the position on hold also. And then once the candidate has been recruited, once the person has joined, then we are changing the status to closed. Okay, this is a sequence here. These are the various stages that each and every position record should come across. Now tell me what is the suitable data type now.
Pick list.
Options. If you're having the option, then straightforward pick list.
Pick list.
Pick list.
Now pick list. Now my requirement is upon creating a new record, by default, this position status should be selected as new position. Okay, the default option.
Default value should be new position.
Default option should be new position. That is my requirement. For the location, default value is none. From there, we can select that city name, whatever you want. Now, for the position status, I want the default option as new position. Now, as part of this, I'm selecting normal pick list only here. Okay. Next. So open date of the position. That means from which date the position is in open status here. Then what is the suitable data type now?
Date.
Date. Right. Sixth one. Milestone date. That means target date. By what date HR people has to recruit the candidate for this position. Then what is the suitable data type now?
Date again.
Here also we are storing date value. Okay.
Date.
Now that means open date is like a today's date and the closing date. That means milestone date will be after 1 month here. We are giving some 1 month of time or 45 days of time to that HR people depends upon the position's urgency. Okay. If it is an urgent requirement, we'll be giving like us 2 weeks only or 2 days only also, 1 week also depends upon the need. We can specify. I'm indicating as date field. Now this milestone date field should be required because based on the milestone date only as a HR person we can take some action plans. Because if the position is very urgent requirement, then we can able to find out the people who are not working right now. Suppose if the position is having some time of 1 month time, then we can take some more time. We can able to find out the suitable resources. If they need some 100 candidates, we can contact any of the consultancy. We can bring some bulk profiles and we can schedule that weekend drives also. So based on the number of candidates, based on the milestone date, we can take some action plans. Okay. Now, next one, minimum pay. So what is the minimum budget that we have for this position? What is the minimum salary they can offer for this position? Now, what is the data type now?
Currency.
Currency. Okay, currency. I want to allow maximum of an 8-digit number here. Now, maximum budget.
Again currency.
Again, currency. Excuse me. I want to allow maximum of an 8-digit number. That too, I want to make it required because I want to know what is the maximum salary the project manager can offer for this position. As a HR person, we should be aware of. Based on that only, we can find out the candidate. Suppose if the candidate is already getting this more than this maximum budget, he won't join that. He won't join our company because his current salary is more than our budget only here. So even though if I'm conducting some interviews, he won't join my company here. So it's a waste of time. It's a waste of resources. So that I would like to identify what is the maximum budget. Okay, our project manager can offer for this position. Based on that, we can find out the suitable resources. Now, next one. Travel required. For this position, do we have any on-site opportunities available or not? On-site opportunity may be there, may not be there here. Then, what is the suitable data type that we can go for now?
Geolocation.
Checkbox. Okay, checkbox. Now, because if there is any vacancies are available for few positions, you will be having an on-site opportunity for a short time. Okay. Now, next one. Passport required. For this position, passport is mandatory or not here? Now I would
Text
like to
number.
indicate.
Text box.
Checkbox.
Here also I'm indicating checkbox to indicate whether passport is mandatory or not. Because for example, when you go to some organizations, if you want to join the company, passport is mandatory here. Like for example, Tech Mahindra. Whenever you are joining that organization, passport is mandatory. Without providing the passport number, they won't release offer letter. Even though you got cleared all the rounds, they won't release the offer letter until or unless you are not submitting your passport number. Because as part of their company policy, every employee should have a valid passport. Okay, that is a unique identification number they used to follow. That is their company's principle. So in this case here also, do we have such kind of principle? Do you want the passport, okay, for each and every candidate who is applying for this position or not? We can check it out with the help of this checkbox. Next, I'm indicating position description. Position description, that means a JD, job description.
Text.
Now,
Text area long.
I'm using this text area long. Why? Because job description may be having some multiple lines of content. So that I would like to go with the text area long, because if I'm using text area, it allows us to enter maximum of 255 characters of content. That is not sufficient for me. I want some more characters length. So that I want text area long. Next. Skills required. So what skills we are expecting from the candidate here? Some skills I would like to highlight, like as candidate should be a certified Java developer. Candidate should be able to manage a team of 4 members. Candidate should be able to work in night shifts also. Like that, some skills I would like to make it highlight.
Text
Then
area rich.
what we can do?
Text area
In this
rich.
case, we can go with that
Text
text
area.
area rich control, so that we can highlight some content also by using a different font, or we can make it as bold also, depends upon the requirement. Now, hmm? Now, next one. HR contact number. That means, suppose if if your profile is exactly suits to this position requirement, to whom we need to forward the profile here. So that I need that HR person's contact number. What is the suitable data type?
Phone.
Phone. I want to make it as required. Now, HR email ID here. That means email address. What is the suitable data type?
Email. Email.
Email. I want to make it as required, so that whatever the HR email ID we have entered, to this HR email ID, I will forward my profile through an email notification. Next, the position's reference ID. In order to recognize each and every position record, I want a shortest format of ID here, so that I would like to have the position ID, like as PID hyphen some 600001. This is my position, okay? First position record ID here. Now tell me what is the suitable
Auto
data
number.
type,
Auto
Text
number.
increase.
okay? Auto number, okay? Auto number here. So these are the various data types are available here. And then depends upon the field, we can identify which data type is exactly suits to the position, and based on that, we can create the positions also inside our object. Okay, clear? Now, let's see. So now let me explain that how can we create the fields inside your object now. First of all, let me create the position object, and then I will show you how can we create the fields inside this object one by one. Let me go to my Salesforce arc. Now, I'm creating a new object over here. Create custom object. I'm giving the object name as position, plural label as positions. I'm giving the description. This object is used to store all the vacancies available in the organization. Now, select the checkbox, allow reports, allow activities, track field history, allow in charter groups. I want to make the position of the object status as deployed. I want the notes and attachments. Why? Because is once a position record has been created, if the client has given any job description in the form of a PDF file, we need to add that PDF file also along with the position record as an attachment. So I want the attachment option as well. Now I want to manage the position record by using the tab given by Salesforce. So I want the tab option also. Click on save. Select the default tab style here, whatever you want to apply. Now I'm selecting the tab style, like as for example, I would like to indicate now some compass style. You can select any one of the style, whatever you want. Click on next. Make the tab to be visible for the users by default by selecting default on. Click on next. I want to make sure this tab to be visible in all the applications also. So that I'm selecting include tab. Now make it save. So now my object has been created. It has created the 5 fields as it is. Go to the fields and relationships. ID field is common. Name field, position name, owner field, created by, last modified by. So these fields are readily available with me. Now, let me go to my object now. I'm going to this object. So this is my positions tab is available here. Now click on positions. Now we don't have any position records as of now because just now we have created the object. No records are available inside this. This is empty. When I click on new button, it is providing that only position name field is available as it is here. So whatever the position name field is required for me, that field is already given by Salesforce. It's a standard. We no need to create it here. Okay. Now remaining fields I need to create one by one. How to create? Now let me show you one by one. The next field is location field. Clear up to this one? Next. Now I'm going back to my object settings. Go to the fields and relationships section. Click on new button. These are the fields are available right now. If these are not sufficient, we can add some more. So that click on new button to create a new field. Now it is populating the data type. What data type you would like to choose for this field? It is providing few data types like as auto number, formula, roll-up summary, and these are relationship data types over here. Up to this part, relationship. Now the remaining here we have discussed. Checkbox, currency, date, date time, email, geolocation, number, person, phone, pick list multi-select, text area long, text area rich, text encrypted, time, URL. Every data type you are aware of here. Except the relationship data types, remaining all the data types we know, their properties, functionalities, everything we know. Now I want to create a field which is of with the name location. That will be of type what now? Pick list. So select the data type as pick list.
List.
Select the data type as pick list. Click on next button. Now specify the field label. I want to give the field label as location. Okay, location field. Now specify the values. In this location field, what options you want me to populate that we can enter? There is a property called as values property. Here we have two radio buttons are available. Now it is indicating the first one as global pick list. We'll see global pick list later. Okay. Now I want to enter the value manually by my own. Select this second radio button now. Select the second radio button. Now enter the options which you want to populate. In the location field, what options you would like to populate that we can enter one by one, one by one, one by one. Don't enter in the same row. Enter the values one by one here in a separate row. I'm indicating as Hyderabad, Bangalore, Chennai, Pune, Mumbai, Noida, some Delhi, and then I would like to specify Kochi, and then some Vizag. So these are the various locations are available here. So now, when coming to my organization, we are having the branches in this location. From this location, for which location this position is associated, so now the HR people has to be get selected. Now we can select any one of this location over here. Now, so what are the options that we have entered? Now tell me, these are in the ascending order here? Sorted order? No.
No.
These elements are not in the sorted order. I want to arrange them in alphabetical order. What we can do? Now, there is an option
Display
called as
values.
display values alphabetically. Select the checkbox here. There is a property called as display values alphabetically. Then automatically it will be arranging these values in alphabetical order. That sorted order of elements will be populating inside your control. Now, I want to make this field mandatory. So that what we can do, select that required checkbox. Because we have indicated that I want to make the field mandatory here. So I'm selecting required checkbox. Select the required checkbox. Now description of this field, help text will be optional. Okay, it's your choice. If you want, we can enter. If you don't want, leave it, no problem. Now click on next button. Now make the field to be visible to all the profile users by selecting the visible checkbox. Click on next. Now click on save. Now my field has been created with the name location underscore underscore C. This is of type pick list. Okay, clear? Now let's see. Now whenever I'm adding the field, what will happen behind the screen? Let's go back to your user interface here. Go to your user interface. Click on the positions tab. Click on new button. Now, is the field is visible or not? Yes. Location field is visible. Have you designed this user interface? No. That user interface is already building by Salesforce. Just you can keep on add the fields one by one, one by one, one by one. It will represent the field on the screen automatically by Salesforce. So whatever the name that I have given for this field, it is indicating that location. This is a mandatory field here. It is marking with the red color star symbol. Whatever the options that you have entered, those options are populated. Now tell me these options are in arranged format or not here? Yes, the options are okay sorted in that ascending order automatically by default over here. Whatever the options that we have given, these options are available to you as it is here in the sorted format. Clear? Now, like the similar way. Let me create the next field. Number of vacancies, that will be of type number. Click on new button. Select the data type as number. I'm indicating number of vacancies. Number data type will allow us to enter maximum of 18 digit. I don't want this much of lengthy number. I want to allow maximum 2. I want to make this field required. So that I'm selecting required checkbox here. Depends upon your business needs, select those options whatever you want. Click on next. Make the field to be visible to all the profile users. Click on next. Make it save. So now we have created the field number of vacancies underscore underscore C. Okay. Now, next one. Position status. This will be of type what? Pick list. Click on new button. Select the data type as pick list. Position status. I'm entering the values here. These are the various options I would like to populate. So these are the options I would like to populate, and the options will be in the same order here. I don't want to arrange them in alphabetical order here. I want to represent the options in the same order because this is the sequence each and every position record should come across. Upon creating a new position record, I want to make sure the default status of the position should be new position. How can we set this option here? Use the first value as default value here. I'm
Default.
selecting this option. Use the first value as default here. Now click on next. Make the field to be visible to all the profile users by selecting visible checkbox. Now click on save. Next one, open date. That will be of type what? Date. Click on next. Open date. Next button. Make the field to be visible to all the profile users. Make it save and new. I want to create one more. Then you can click on simply save and new. Next one, milestone date. That will be of type date. Click on next. Milestone date. I'm making it as required. Then how this caption will look like? Let me show you hypertext here. Please enter the target date to close the position. Please enter the target date to close the position. Click on next. Now make it save. Now let me go back to my screen. Let me refresh the screen now. Let's open that form. Let's see. Now location field is available, which is having the default option none. Number of vacancies, normal text box. Position status, it is having the default option as new position here, because we have set it the first option as default over here. Open date, date field will be populated over here. Milestone date will be populated along with that option here. See, this is a helper text. That means tooltip text message we can represent to the people over here. Next. Next field. Minimum pay. Minimum pay will be of type what? Currency. Click on next. I'm indicating minimum pay. I want to allow maximum of an 8-digit number here. Click on next. Make the field to be visible to all the profile users. Make it save and new. Next one, maximum budget. That is also of type currency. Here also I want to allow maximum of an 8-digit number here. I want to make the field as required. Now click on next button. Make it save. That means it will place the field on your page layout automatically. Save and new. Next one, travel required. That will be of type checkbox. Select the data type as checkbox. Click on next. Travel required. The default option I want to make it as unchecked. That means unselected. Make the field to be visible to all the profile users. Make it save and new. Next one more checkbox field, that will be passport required. Now this is also unselected here. Make the field to be visible to all the profile users. Make it save and new. Position description. That will be text area long. I'm indicating this. It allows maximum of 1,31,072 characters of content, but I don't want that much of lengthy number. I want to allow maximum of 10,000 characters. The number of lines to be visible at a time is some 5 lines. Remaining lines of content the user can see by using scroll bar. Now, click on next button. Make the field to be visible to all the profile users. Make it saved and new. Next one. Skills required. Text area, rich control. Here also I would like to allow maximum of 10,000 characters here. I want to show maximum of 10 lines of content at a time. Click on next. Make the field to be visible to all the profile users. Make it save and new. Next one, HR contact number. That will be of type what? Phone type. So I'm selecting phone data type. HR contact number. I want to make it required. Click on next. Make it save and new because I want to create 2 more here. HR email address. What is the data type now? Email type.
Email.
Select the email type. Click on next. I want to make it as required. Make it save and new. The last one, reference ID, which will be of type auto number. Select the data type as auto number. Click on next. Now display format. What is the display format for this one? Now tell me here. PID hyphen
6.
now. In this case, what is the format? PID hyphen in the curly braces. How many zeros we need to enter?
4.
4 or 5. I want to start generating the number from this one. How many digits are available here?
5.
6 digits. So just you can specify 6 zeros here. 6000001. That means totally 6 digits. So give that 6 zeros. How much digit number you want to generate based on that number of digits? Give those many number of zeros in that format. This is the format. So the display format is I'm indicating PID hyphen a 6-digit number. Next, specify starting number property. From where you want to start generating the sequence? From 600001. That value we have to enter in starting number property here. Now tell me, do we need to select this checkbox here? Do we have any existing records? No. Because my table is just now we have created the table. No records are available. So no need to select this checkbox. Generate auto number for existing records. Clear? Now, in the display format, we have to enter simply the format. Don't enter the number over here, 600001. This is a common mistake the people will do in the initial stages. Okay? So we have to enter the display format and the starting number. Click on next. Make the field to be visible to all the profile users. Now make it save. Done. I'm done with creating all the fields over here inside my object. So these are the various fields. HR contact number, email ID, location, maximum budget, milestone date, minimum pay, number of vacancies, open date, passport required, position description, position status, reference ID, skills required, travel required. These are the various fields that we have created. Everything we can see. These are all our custom fields because of the custom fields, it is supposed to fixing this value with __ C. Clear? Understand the concept now? Now. So now whenever we are creating this field, automatically Salesforce is adding these columns. These are all our the columns to my objects here. That means fields to my object. Now, let's go to the screen. It will represent these fields onto the user interface also automatically by default. Whatever the fields that we have added, those fields will be representing on your user interface automatically by default. Let's see. Position name field, location, number of vacancies, open date, milestone date, minimum pay, maximum budget, travel required, passport required, position description, skills required. Here we can able to use the color picker control and we can apply your own color also, which you want to apply for your content here. Type the content here. For that content, whatever the color that you want, you can apply the color also. But this kind of color option is not available in classic part. In classic, when you try to create this pick list, okay, when you create this text area rich control, it won't provide the color option except the color remaining options will be available as it is. Now, HR contact number, email ID, and the reference ID field. So all the fields are available on my user interface automatically here. So whenever I'm creating a field inside the object, Salesforce will add the column to the table. It is placing the text box on my user interface also. Then what about the business logic now? Will Salesforce will provide the business logic automatically? Yes, it provides business logic also. That's what I told you here. Upon adding the field, it will add a column to the table. It will place that column on your user interface. It is providing business logic also. We no need to write any code manually by our own. Everything is available to you inbuilt, okay, as part of this framework. Now, then how can we check whether my business logic is available or not? After entering the data inside this text box, when I click on save button, if the record is created, that means what? Business logic is available. It's a confirmation to me that business logic has been given by Salesforce. Because without the business logic, these buttons can't do any actions. If you want to do some action, then by using this button controls, it requires some business logic here. So without the business logic, when I click on save button, it can't save the record. Without the business logic, when I click on cancel, it won't cancel the operation. That business logic will be already given by Salesforce ready-madely for you here. Okay, now let's see. Let me check it out. I'm creating a position record now for my testing purpose. I'm creating a position with the name some Java technical lead. We have a vacancy for the technical lead position for the Java programming. So which is for Hyderabad location. This is for Hyderabad location. Number of vacancies are 1. We need one technical lead person here. The position status says currently budget also has been approved for the position. So we are indicating open approved. Open date of the position is today's date. From today onwards, the position is in open state. I'm giving that 1 month of time to the HR person. December 16th will be the target date here. Okay, December 16th is the target date. So almost 1 month. Within this 1 month, the HR people has to recruit the candidates, okay, for this position here. For this position, minimum we can offer some 15 lakhs. Maximum budget some 19 lakhs. This is our budget that we have for this position here. For this position, there is no on-site opportunity, but passport is mandatory here. As part of our company rule, every employee should have a valid passport. So passport is mandatory. I'm giving the job description here. Required some 6+ years of experience in Java application development. In Java application development. So this is the position description. Skills. What skills they are expecting? I'm indicating here. Required 6+ years of experience in core Java, advanced Java, J2EE, Oracle, and SQL Server. Should be a certified Java developer. Should be able to work in night shifts. should be able to interact with US clients. We are indicating this. From this one, the candidate should be a certified Java developer. I want to make it highlight here. And then he has to interact with that US clients also. I'm making it as bold. That means some content I would like to make it highlight because these are the skills, especially we are looking from the candidate here. Now, HR contact number. If your profile is exactly suits to the position requirement, if you need to talk to the HR people regarding some more information, then you can contact on this number here. And the HR email ID. So I'm indicating that, like for example, some HR at the rate some Dell.com. I'm indicating that email ID of that HR person over here, to whom you want to send that email notification. So here I'm indicating that HR at the rate Dell.com. Now send your profile to this email ID. So we have entered all this data over here. Regarding my position, we have entered all this data now. Clear up to this one? Now, click on Save button. Now, a new position record has been created successfully here with the name Java Technical Lead. So, my position record is created. Here is the position record Java Technical Lead, location value, and the position status also, open approved, and then you're having milestone dates, budget values, position description, everything is available as it is. That means what? Without writing a single line of code, just by using some mouse clicks, we are able to design the table, we are able to design the user interface, we are able to build the business logic, everything at a time here. So we no need to write any piece of code. Everything will be given by Salesforce automatically by default. From there, how to manage the records, same story. Create the records, modify the records, delete the records, view the records, everything will be same story, that here. Okay, how to perform these operations, already you are aware of. Clear? Understand the concept now? How to create the fields inside the object now? Now, if you want to implement the same feature by using Java programming, it will take minimum 3 to 4 hours of time. Because we require to design the table first by using database programming. We have to design the corresponding user interfaces to insert the record, one user interface, to modify the record, one more user interface, to delete the record, third interface, to show the record, fourth interface. Like that, we require 4 user interfaces. Behind these 4 user interfaces, we have to write business logic. So minimum 3 to 4 hours of time we need to spend. But now, how much time it took for us? Hardly some 10 minutes. Okay, 5 to 10 minutes max. Okay, not much time here. Everything will be given by Salesforce internally by default without writing any code. Okay, even though if you are a business person, if you know the navigation, how to do this, we can manage your functionalities by your own. Okay, clear? Yes, right. We can customize this user interface. That is the next topic over here. Because it is showing the fields one by one, one by one, one by one here. Instead of showing these fields one by one, how can we customize side by side? How to divide them to the various sections? That is the next topic here. That is called as page layouts. Okay, page layouts. Okay, clear up to this one? Now, feeling comfortable with the object creation and the field creation? Will you able to create an object in the fields?
Yes, sir.
Now, let me give you the requirement now. So now let me share you a requirement document over here. Now, this is the requirement document. So now here I'm indicating this requirement ID here. This is the requirement ID. Generally, whenever we are using that, requirements are working in the real time. Okay, requirements will be allocating by the client or by your technical lead. So that those people are using a tool called as Jira. They're using a tool called as Jira. Jira is an ALM tool. Okay, application lifecycle management tool here. Okay, the complete project requirements, progress of the work, status of the work, which requirement is implemented by which people, how many positions, how many requirements is assigned to which developer, everything will be tracking with the help of Jira tool. Okay, now whenever we are placing one new requirement inside the Jira tool, Jira will be allocating one requirement ID, one unique identification number. For example, assume that for my requirement, it has allocated the code as MIPS, like as my project code, and along with a number here 7890. Assume that this is the requirement ID. As part of this requirement, so now they are expecting that. Create the below object here, that is customer demographic. Create the object with the name customer demographic, and the plural label will be customer demographics. That means tab name should be customer demographics. Clear? Object name is singular, tab name is plural. So now I want a custom object with the name customer demographic, and the tab name will be customer demographics here. And then inside the object we have to add the below custom fields. Whatever the fields are required, I have indicated that. This is the data model of your object here. Data model means structure, what I'm expecting in this object. So now all the field names. This column is indicating that fields information, what fields that you want inside this object here, field name. Whether this field data can be entered by the user, or is it a pick list field that will be indicating by this option data entry. Data entry column is indicating in this particular text box or in this particular control, do we need to enter the data manually, or the data will be automatically filling by Salesforce here. To indicate that, we are using data entry column here. Suppose if it is a pick list control, here we are having the pick list column, it is indicating yes. If you don't have the option, that means this is not a pick list control here. Okay, if it is a pick list, in that pick list what options needs to be populated, everything I have mentioned over here, all the option names also are mentioned. Upon creating this field, is the field is mandatory or not, to indicate that I'm having one more column. If it is having Y, that means it's a mandatory field, or else it will be optional. Okay, I have given this information over here. Now I haven't given any data type. The client won't give all these things. If the client is aware of all these data types, they can build everything by their own. Okay, they don't want any developers. So now we have to analyze what kind of data type is suitable here. Now the first name. Now the first name field will be data entry field. That means we need to enter the data. Now tell me what is the suitable data type for this.
Text.
Text.
First name. That means we need to enter the name of that, first name of the person. For that one text box, required text area is you want. Text box. So that
255 is enough.
Text data type. Okay. Text data type, that should be mandatory.
Mandatory.
Last name. Then text data type.
Text.
Now text data type, it is also mandatory.
Yes.
Next, date of birth.
Date of birth.
Date field. Date field. Now we can specify it's a text box. That means data type will be the date type over here. It should be mandatory.
Mandatory.
Gender.
Pick list.
Data entry here. No, we can't enter
Not
any
required.
data. We can select this.
List.
Now this is
Pick
a
list.
pick list control. In that pick list control, I would like to populate two options. One is M.
Male and
Second one
female.
is
Male, female.
from this one. This will be a
Yes.
mandatory. Residence address.
Text area long.
Text area. Long or text area is also fine. Yeah.
Now, text or text area. Text
Text
area.
area.
Okay, text area. Because address will be having maximum some 200 characters, not more than that. So better we can go with that text area control
Text.
here. This should be mandatory. Permanent address.
Text area.
Text area.
Text area.
Temporary address.
Text
Text
area.
area.
Text area.
Number of years in the current residence address.
Number.
This will be
pick
a
list.
type what?
Pick list.
Pick
Pick
list.
list up to
list.
In that pick list, it should populate the values 0 to the T. Don't give like a 0 hyphen the T. Give the value 0, 1, 2, 3 up to the T.
2, 3, 4.
Please enter
Yeah.
all the values one by one. Okay. Since how many years you are staying in the current address here. Now, the next one. If less than or equals to 1 year for the question 7, in the temporary address, if you are staying since less than 1 year, then please provide the previous address.
Okay.
Before to that, where did you state that? Please enter that here address.
Right.
Now, for example, whenever you are applying for a personal loan or home loan, the bank people will visit your home here. Okay, the bank people will be visiting your home to check whatever the data that you have entered, whatever the documents you have submitted, is those documents are correct or not. They would like to check it out. Based on that, they will take the decision. They can approve or reject the loan. So now in this case, they will raise a question. So where did you stay? So currently you are staying in this location. Since how long time you are staying in this current location? If I say 3 years, then fine. Okay, they will make a note of that. They will go from there onwards. Suppose if I say since almost 6 months, I'm staying in this flat over here. Then they will raise a question. Okay, before 6 months, where did you stay? I want those address. Because they want minimum, the person should be staying in the current address since almost 1 year. If the person is staying in this address since almost 6 months or less than 1 year, they want the previous address also. They will go back to the previous address. They will cross check from there also. They will do the verifications. For that reason here also. So now if we are staying in this current address less than 1 year, please provide the previous address where did you stay over here. Now, what is the data type?
Wrong reach. Fixed reach.
We have to enter previous address. Previous address means what?
Text area.
That's it. Simple. That's it. Now, number of years resided in the previous address here, we can specify here. Okay, 0 to the T.
Pick
What
list.
are the flat that we are staying right now? Is it owned or rented?
Pick list.
It's a pick list control. Two options: owner, rented. Residence number.
Phone.
Hmm.
Phone. Phone we can take.
Residence
As a
number
data.
means what?
We can
Phone
take number.
Okay.
Number.
Phone number.
Phone.
Okay, this will be phone. Mobile number.
Phone.
Phone. Nationality.
Phone.
Text.
Like as
Indian.
some Indian. Okay, we can type that here. Okay, now for that one we can go with that text. PAN number or SSN or any one of this, okay, national identity number over here.
Pick list.
Number.
Then
Pick list
I
as
want
well
to
as
enter
the
some PAN
particular
number here.
text.
Number. Or
PAN number I want to enter here. For that one, what is the data type?
text. Text.
Text encrypted.
Text.
Okay,
Text.
type, because PAN number is having alphanumerical value, so that we
Alphanumeric.
require text type over here. Purpose of investment. Now it is indicating it's a pick list control, which is having the options. I want to do the investment right now for the tax savings, or retirement plan, or security and awareness assurance, or savings plan. By default, I want to indicate security and assurance will be the default option over here. Okay, this is a pick list control. Your occupation type. Are you a professional, or salary, or business person, or a student? Then we can specify like that. I have given all this information over here, all these fields. Total 41 fields over here. Okay. Now I want everyone has to be create this object and create this field. Here I'm having this insurance policy start date. What is the data type now? Date.
Date.
Policy expiry date here.
Date.
Date. Sum assured.
Issued.
Now sum assured means what? What is the maximum amount of your policy here? That means
Currency.
Amount.
that will
Currency.
be currency.
Currency.
Death benefit here.
Currency.
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 That means for the policy holder, if suddenly if something went wrong, then the insurance company will be providing some incentive amount also initially on the spot. So now here we can indicate that currency. Surrender value. Currency
Number?
also. Okay. Currency value. Okay. Currency. Because surrender value in the sense, for example, I have taken some insurance policy for 15 years of time. So within 15 years, my policy will be getting matured. I will be getting some lump sum amount from that insurance company. Even though once your policy has been matured, lifelong you will be having the insurance coverage will be available here. Okay. After maturing the policy, after 5 years, okay, after 5 years of maturing your policy, if you are informing to the insurance company, boss, I don't want any, okay, assurance here. I don't want any, okay, insurance for me. So please, I would like to hand over the policy to you. Please give me the surrender amount here. They will be giving some 5 lakhs or 10 lakhs also here, because they won't provide any insurance coverage from there onwards. Because we are handovering that whole policy to them, so now they won't provide any insurance coverage. Okay, in order to provide that option here, we are providing some amount also. For that one, we are using it as surrender value here. So there is also currency. Okay, so we have total 41 fields are available inside this object here. Create this object and create this 41 fields. By Monday, everybody has to complete this requirement here. Okay. Clear? Now,
Okay.
on Monday session, we'll see the concept of page layout. How can we customize that page layout? I will show you that how can we split the fields to various sections like this. I want to arrange the fields side by side over here. How can we arrange? Okay, we'll see practically also. Okay. Now,
Okay.
one more point. Let me explain here. Here, when coming to the field names, there are some field names are available which are having lengthy name here available. So, whatever the lengthy name that you have entered, if it is not accepting by the Salesforce, then just to give you a shortest label over there, specify this complete name inside your help text option. Okay. Whatever that lengthy label that we are providing over here, if the Salesforce is not accepting this much of lengthy label for your field, just you can give a shortest label for that, and this entire label we can place in that help text over there. Okay. Understood the concept here? Now, complete this requirement by Monday here. I will share this today's document and then this requirement document into your WhatsApp group so that you can access it on this here. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
So, I